Dear child, I know you've been tired. Tired of waiting. Tired of hoping. Tired of wondering if your prayers are making any difference. But today, God wants you to hear these words. Don't give up. I'm still working. Hook. My dear friend, before you scroll away, I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like life somehow forgot about you? You see other people receiving blessings, getting opportunities, finding love, achieving dreams, and moving forward. You smile for them. You truly do. But when you're alone, late at night, a quiet question rises in your heart. God, what about me? Maybe you've asked that question more times than you can count. Maybe you've stopped saying it out loud because you're afraid of sounding impatient or ungrateful. But today, I want you to know something. God has heard every silent prayer you've whispered. He heard the tears you wiped away before anyone saw them. He heard the prayers you stopped praying because you thought the answer would never come. He heard the moments when you looked toward heaven and said, Lord, are you still there? And his answer is this, yes, my child, I have never left you. Sometimes the hardest part of faith is not the storm. It's the waiting. Waiting can make you question everything. Can make you wonder if you've been forgotten. It can make you compare your journey to everyone else's. But comparison is dangerous because you only see other people's victories. You don't see their battles. You don't see their tears. You don't see the nights they spent crying out to God. And most importantly, their story is not your story. God writes every story differently. Think about a seed planted deep in the ground. For a long time, nothing seems to happen. Day after day, the soil looks exactly the same. No growth, no sign of life. But beneath the surface, something beautiful is taking place. Roots are growing. Strength is developing. Preparation is happening. And when the right season comes, the seed suddenly breaks through the ground. People look at the flower and call it an overnight miracle. But heaven knows it was years in the making. Maybe that's where you are right now. Maybe you are in the hidden season. The season where no one notices your prayers. The season where nobody sees your sacrifices. The season where it feels like nothing is changing. But God sees. Every tear you've cried matters. Every prayer you've prayed matters. Every act of faith matters. And I believe someone listening right now needs to hear this. Just because God is silent does not mean God is absent. Silence is not rejection. Delay is not denial. Waiting is not punishment. Sometimes God delays because He's protecting you. Other times He delays because He's preparing you. And sometimes He delays because what He's preparing for you is far greater than what you're asking for. Friend, don't give up 5 minutes before your miracle arrives. I know you're tired. I know you've fought battles nobody knows about. I know you've smiled while carrying pain in your heart. But please don't stop believing. The enemy wants you to think that nothing will ever change. God wants you to know that your story is still being written. This chapter is not the end. Your disappointment is not your destiny. Your pain is not permanent. Your waiting season has an expiration date. One day you'll look back and realize that God was working even when you couldn't see Him. You'll understand why certain doors remained closed. You'll understand why some people walked away. You'll understand why some prayers weren't answered immediately. And when that day comes, you won't say, God forgot me. You'll say, God knew exactly what he was doing. So tonight, before you sleep, give your worries to God. Lay down the burden you've been carrying. Release the fear. Release the anxiety. Release the timeline you've created in your mind. Trust him, because God's timing has never failed, and it won't fail you. My dear friend, if you're listening to this and you've been waiting for a breakthrough, I want you to place your hand over your heart and remember this simple truth. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not alone. God is still working, even now, especially now, and your story is far from over.